How many books have you read in your lifetime? Back in December for me, I'm embarrassed to admit this, but it was 0. In December of 2023, being a 24-year-old guy, I've literally read 0 books from start to finish. Now, in school, obviously, we were forced to read books for different, presentations, different book summaries, stuff like that, and I would not read those books. I would go on to SparkNotes. I believe that website is still around. I think that's what it's called, SparkNotes, or any other website where you basically just look up the book and it gives you the summary per chapter, like detailed summaries. So I didn't read any books essentially up until I was 24 in December of last year. That's when I began to actually read books. And in this video, I want to talk about why you should be reading books as well. Now, going from someone who hasn't read any books at all up to last December, of course, it's hard for me to read books and actually enjoy books. Here's why. My attention span is so bad, and I'm pretty sure that most people can relate. If I were to tell you, let's say you're 14, 15 years old, get a book and read a book for fun, for pleasure, for your own self-development for an hour every day instead of going on TikTok. I can guarantee you for most people, it will be very difficult to sit still and actually read a book. I've always thought that I'm a really bad, slow reader. And that's true. Guess why? Because I haven't really read books in my life. In the comments, guys, let me know, do you read books? Comment your age and let me know if you actually read books or not. Because again, I feel like most people my age or younger, even older, I'd say up to 30 years old, don't actually read books and they prefer to watch a movie. They go on their phone, they just scroll on YouTube Shorts, all that stuff. And I'm not saying that, consuming media like Shorts or TikTok is all bad, right? Or, you're watching my video right now, it's not all bad. But becomes a problem is when you cannot focus your mind. You can't physically focus on reading books unless you're forced to read books. Again, when I say forced, I mean in school. So if you're not forced to read anything, can you actually do it? The books I read are basically all on self-development and self-improvement. If I want to get entertainment from a book, I'm going to not read a book. I'm going to watch a movie, I'm going to go on TikTok, whatever. If I'm reading a book, I want to actually learn something and get value from the book besides just entertainment. If you want to start reading self-development books, I would recommend Atomic Habits. Great book. I think that was my first book I read, from start to finish, and it was actually very enjoyable and I got some things out of it. Anyways, going now into the benefits of reading books. It will improve your attention span, especially the younger generation. Our attention span is really down bad. I'm honestly worried about kids nowadays, people who are 10, 11, 9 years old, who are just on TikTok scrolling away, who are on Shorts scrolling away for hours a day. It's very hard to enjoy everyday things when your attention span is so low. And when you actually start to read books, and I'm not saying reading books for hours a day, if you can do 30 minutes a day on a book, you won't be so dependent on your phone for entertainment, for getting pleasure. And I'm not talking as if I'm this crazy smart book reader guy. I don't read that many books. I think since December up to now, which is May, I think today's May 1st, I've read maybe 3 or 4 books. And so far I've been doing about 30 minutes per day, dedicated to reading a book. Your attention span will obviously increase, which will lead to you being able to focus on, you can say, boring tasks, right? It will enable you to, not dread doing your homework or doing things that you don't want to do, but you do anyway because you have to do them. If you look at a lot of smart people, a lot of successful people, a lot of people who are knowledgeable, right? People who have a lot of things to say, who have very articulate language, who articulate their words well, right? I'm not that smart yet, right? So I'm a little bit bad at that, but basically they all read books. When you talk to someone smart, you know that they're not going to be scrolling on TikTok for fun. Their way of having fun is reading a book and improving themselves through a book. Now, reading these books over the past couple of months, I can say that I still prefer to go on my phone or, scroll on social media or play video games. Because when you do these things, your brain releases dopamine, and that's why you feel happy. So going from, scrolling on social media to reading a book, of course you're gonna feel less happy and more bored because you're not getting stimulated as fast as you were, a couple minutes ago. So another huge tip, this is kind of like going besides the topic of this video, but don't go on your phone before doing your homework. Same reason. If you go on your phone before doing your homework, your brain will be used to getting that dopamine from your phone and like having fun and entertainment. And of course, after having all this fun and excitement from social media, going back to, going to your homework, writing things down, reading a book, of course you're gonna feel bored and miserable doing it. It's gonna be hard to focus. And I also want to mention that there's something therapeutic about reading books. Like I said, I still prefer to, play video games, to whatever, go on my phone for entertainment. But if I want to better myself, because I know that books make you a better person. Like reading makes you better. Like you just improve yourself, you get smarter, you get more knowledgeable. The way you talk changes because you learn new words, new way of saying things, right? Your attention span increases, of course. On top of that, reading books is very therapeutic. It makes me feel very happy and calm and peaceful. Like dealing with anxiety and everything like that, it makes me feel better about myself. Just having a cup of mint tea, for example, with maybe some valerian drops or some cup of calm tea, some good night tea, and reading a book before bed. Having some peaceful music in the background, maybe having some rain, ASMR sounds in the background, right? Just reading a book for 30 minutes before bed, relaxing, calming down. It's so much better for your soul and your mental health than going on your phone. So one thing you should be implementing into your life that will improve your life is quitting your phone before bed, like just no phone before bed, and instead reading a book. So if you're in your bed with your phone, put your phone down, get a book, read the book instead. And I can tell you that it will make you a better person. You're gonna feel better about yourself. You're gonna feel happier about yourself because you know you're doing something good for yourself. I know this video is not related to the videos I made before. It's kind of like a random topic I wanted to talk about, but if you still enjoyed it, guys, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, let me know your video ideas in the comments. If you enjoy these videos, I would love to make more calm, talking advice videos regarding self-improvement, regarding mental health, regarding, anxiety, all these topics that I feel passionate about, besides my, little me videos that you enjoy watching. Anyways, I'll see you all in my next video. Goodbye.